Marvel messed up. What's going on, everybody? I'm GemMint, and a few months ago I did an overview of the art of Deadpool and Wolverine. Marvel Studios, hardcover, you know, they come out with those books for like every movie and every show. Well, apparently some of the blogs and gossip sites picked up some material from that book because of the whole Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni stuff going on there about the character Nicepool. What's funny is I stumbled on this clip from Candace Owens, and I thought she was describing me and using some of the footage from my Deadpool vs. Wolverine art book video. Check this out.
She found it actually on like a super niche YouTube page of somebody who just goes through these like Marvel art books or whatever. And she was able to screen grab it, and then I ordered it, but it doesn't arrive until 10 p.m. tonight.
Yeah, so after comparing the shots from my video, it looks like she used somebody else's video. But what the hell, man? Niche YouTube channel? So, to my surprise, I got this in the mail, and it is Deadpool and Wolverine Exposed Photos from the set. So is this going to have any more juicy tidbits about whatever's going on with the character Nicepool, and was he really based off of Baldoni? Well, you're going to have to watch the video to find out. But Marvel did really mess up because they did send an early copy. This comes out on April 1st. But then I got another one in the mail a few days later. So I have a sealed copy, two of the same book. So what we're going to do is a giveaway over on Encore. What's Encore? Encore is an online selling platform. Think like eBay and Twitch having a baby. They started with the Funko Pop category, moved into retro games, and now they're doing comic books. So sellers will list a comic book for a 7-day auction or as a buy it now, but instead of uploading pics, they upload videos. So what's good about that is that there's not the FOMO aspect. You don't have to bid now. There's only 5 seconds left. It's up there for 7 days, just like the giveaway. So you don't have to actually be in a live show in order to enter the giveaway. It's up there for 7 days. Download Encore. They vet all their sellers. They're required to upload photo ID, myself included, and they have buyer protection just in case you order something and it doesn't come in as described. After I'm done editing this video, I'm going to list this giveaway so you can enter it for free. If you win it, shipping is for free. Just make sure to download Encore using the link in my description or in the pinned comment. Follow me on there. I go by GemMint and enter the giveaway. With that out the way, let's jump into the Deadpool and Wolverine Exposed. All right, guys, here we go. The Deadpool and Wolverine Exposed. Photos from the set, a nice collage of images on the front. And this is the same trim. It's in the same vein as those Marvel Studios art books. So here's like the Quantumania book. But yeah, we have the front of the dust jacket here. Here's what the spine looks like. And then you have the back with Sean Levy, Ryan Reynolds, and Hugh Jackman. Retailing $60. Gives us a little idea of what's going on inside the book, which we'll talk about thoroughly, as well as on the inside of the dust jacket here, talking about how you typically see on-set photos before you even get a trailer and how important those stills are. And when we get into the forward, we'll talk more about how this all came to be. Then on the other side here, we have the Deadpool and Wolverine art book, which we did do a review of as well. Some funny Deadpool images on the inside of the dust jacket too. And then on the actual hardcover itself, we've got Deadpool in the shadow of Wolverine. Spine has the same image. And then this is a great image on the back, which is inside the book as well. But man, those claws look really great. Wolverine finally with a comic accurate suit. So we have some black cover pages, a great shot, Gambit with Blade, Elektra, X-23, and of course, Kevin Feige, Wolverine, and Deadpool. So we're on the set here. Jay Madman, he's the one who gives the forward. He's the one who took the majority of the pictures in this book. And he's also the one that sold Marvel the idea of this book. According to the forward, and you guys can correct me in the comments, but this book is the first of its kind. We typically get the art of books, but you don't get a photos from the set book. Jay was given such access to the set, as we'll see throughout this book. He's literally on set for every single scene, taking pictures. He previously had taken stills for movies from the MCU prior, so he was already known in the industry. But he's just good at what he does, and he's capturing all of these great shots during the scenes. Oftentimes, Sean would have the actors redo the scene so he can get good stills for it. So Sean Levy knew the importance of having great pictures from on the set. So starts off And it goes in chronological order. It starts off where Deadpool digs up Wolverine's bones, and you'll see that you'll get little descriptions from the actors on set. And wow, these are some great shots, man. So, Deadpool with the dead Logan. Here goes director Sean Levy on scene. This was another great one. Deadpool with the Wolverine claws with his bones still attached. And then, of course, fighting some of the TVA agents and has them in these weird predicaments. And then we get the flashback scene with Happy Hogan, Wade Wilson trying to join the Avengers. So great shot here with Kevin Feige and Jon Favreau. This was actually really interesting. So Deadpool's apartment, this was a made-up set that's supposed to look like New York, looks just like New York. And unfortunately, the set designer, Ray Chan, he passed away shortly after the movie wrapped up. But looking at this, I was like, man, they really made it look like New York City. Then you have the flashback scene from like the Deadpool 2 crew. You have Vanessa. And it's funny, I was double checking because I was like, man, that's Wilson Fisk's wife, Vanessa. So same name though, different girl. All right, here we got Deadpool talking with the TVA. So again, you get some more insight from Ryan Reynolds on this picture, and then keeping it moving, you're still with Deadpool and the TVA. Then you have Matthew McFadden, who played Mr. Paradox, giving his take on what went down that day. And Jay was just, like I said, on every set, every day, he has shots from all of these scenes here. So you have the B-15, the Hunter from the TVA. This was great to see, too. So you have all these Wolverine cameos, right? You have comic accurate Wolverine, which was originally a Hugh Jackman stand-in, and then Hugh talks about it here. And they talk about, using a body double, a 5'3" professional bodybuilder as a body double, and then use that for the actual scene. Here goes Hugh as comic accurate, then as Patch. Then one of my favorites, the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. And I couldn't tell, like, is his hand there or not? Because, that's his severed hand from the comics. But now he's wearing a black glove. So this is all like pre-post stuff. Lots of hairspray used is what they say. That's what Hugh says here. That it was like an 80s rock music video. He had oiled up arms and all this hairspray. Fire marshals were on standby because of the fire everywhere. And man, the Mark Silvestri Uncanny X-Men 251 homage. This was one of the highlights of the movie for me as well as a comic nerd. But you can see the shot that Jay took while they were filming this. Beautiful scene. Then you have the Logan stuff. The brown and tan Wolverine suit. It was so cool to see that, them recreating the Incredible Hulk 340 cover and then getting that Mark Ruffalo Hulk cameo. I thought that was essential to really connect this movie to the MCU. The first two movies weren't a part of it, so this was awesome too, man. Calverine, Henry Cavill as a buff Wolverine, and Ryan Reynolds talks about, it's difficult recasting characters, but once they had Henry Cavill on set, it was like, I can kind of see us going with this guy for the future. I like what he says. There's something to him, like he's got that it factor, the size and the ferocity of Wolverine. Calverine, I could see that being a thing. So one of the things that Jay talks about in that forward is like a lot of genuine shots, like shots like this, everyone laughing and smiling on set, having a great time. This is when Deadpool recruits the Wolverine from the actual movie, suited up for the first time in the TVA, Mr. Paradox. And yeah, the laughter. It's funny. I went through this book looking for like the tea on the whole nice pool stuff, and I found myself really just enjoying the shots, the energy on set, and kind of feeling like that experience of what it would have been like to be on set for this film. So here's the image from the back of the book, a little bit more blown up. Looks great, man. They're in the void here. I think these were some of the first leaked photos that we got, right? The Void and fighting the OG Sabretooth. And this Fox, I believe this is actually a real prop. So that big first fight between Deadpool and Wolverine. Again, and they're filming the movie. Jay is capturing these stills as they're filming, which is so dope. Yeah, here's the picture that made me think, oh, wait, that's not CGI. They did remove the forest from the background they talk about. So, yeah, all this forest was removed for the movie. There was no forest in the void. This cameo blew my mind. They really got me. I think like most of us, I thought it was going to be Cap, but Chris Evans reprising his role as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Ryan Reynolds giving some insight. Then you have the Fox villains. So the old mutants. You have Sabretooth, we'll see in just a moment here. The Fantastic Car. And here we go, man. I really appreciated the costume design so much more, seeing like his black eyes and nails in these stills, holding that severed head. Tyler Mane with the Sabretooth mane. Yeah, great shots. And again, the energy on set, man. Everybody just laughing and smiling. Cassandra Nova, to me, was a deep cut. As a comic fan, I'm really surprised that they used her. It does kind of seem like they wanted Professor X, but they settled for like his twin sister or whatever that storyline was. I don't even remember. Old school Juggernaut. But yeah, Cassandra Nova, Professor X sibling, that was a deep cut. Yeah, Toad and some of the other mutants just on set. So you're hearing from George Richmond, the director of photography, and you'll hear from the other actors and actresses too. Emma Corrin, Cassandra Nova. Great picks, man. I can see why they went forward with this book. Just these subtle shots. Jay talking about how, like, one of the biggest compliments he can get is when the actors say, "Oh, I didn't even know you were there." Like, just blending in, not being intrusive to the filmmaking process and just grabbing these shots. Here goes Jay talking about loves that image of Hugh. Shooting this, remember thinking this is such a cool behind-the-scenes moment. It's a simple shot in the movie, but Hugh's on a dolly, and you can see all the mechanics and how they got the shot. Oh, yeah, look at that. But he's doing a patented Wolverine lunge. Mac, so Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, I guess they have like a company together, and he came on set to play one of the TVA agents. I think Ryan Reynolds, I don't know if the scene got cut or they kept the scene just because Mac was in it. And look at these shots. This is what made me really like, look at that smile on Hugh. What a genuine smile. Doing the piggyback. Got dog pool. Everybody loves dog pool. I don't think there was enough dog pool shots in this book, though. And then the nice pool stuff. So this is where the tea is at, right? So though listed as Gordon Reynolds in the film's credits, the immaculate nice pool was brought to life by the seamless combination of Ryan Reynolds and his stand-in, John King. So this, and there's just one more section that even touches on the nice pool thing, which I'm sure was for good reason. All right, so we got the shots of the Odyssey. The Odyssey fucks. That was an epic fight, man. And again, just a still shot during the action. Hugh bringing out that Wolverine. Did some black and white shots here. So this is where we get introduced to the hero's hideout. You have Wesley Snipes as Blade, Jennifer Garner as Elektra. Wesley Snipes says, this costume's a little different from the one we had before. It's less shiny, less sparkly. I don't quite have the same drip. Shout out to Wesley Snipes, man. He's Blade in real life. It was cool to be able to get quotes from like Wesley and Daphne Keane as X-23. You know, she was like a kid when Logan came out, so she's grown up a little bit. Yeah, so he wanted to grab some black and white shots from this and talks about how Sean Levy was all for it. Kevin Feige on set. And you have the campfire scene with Wolverine and X-23. Start of the final battle here at the Void, where all the fallen or forgotten heroes have to come and take down Cassandra Nova. And, of course, we got Channing, Tatum's, Gambit. And you know he's got something to say right here. So he's been dancing around Gambit for close to 20 years now. Would have done anything to walk onto screen as Gambit just one time. We decided we were going to go almost exactly how he looks in the comics, and the magicians that work on this movie just figured it out. Studios know by now you got to go comic accurate. That's the safest play. That's what everybody wants. Here's little X-23 with her claws out. Again, you got to remember, these are just candid shots from Jay on the sidelines, catching Wesley and Sean laughing, and Wesley with Ryan Reynolds. Didn't Wesley Snipes hate Ryan Reynolds from Blade Trilogy? Wasn't that like a thing? You know, I remember not really liking Blade's design when I saw the movie, but in the shots, he looks dope, man. Kind of looks just like old school Blade to me in these shots. Again, smiling with those big vampire dentures. Wesley with Kevin Feige, more smiling and laughing. Jennifer Gardner with her size. It was cool to see her reprise her role. Would have loved to see Ben Affleck Daredevil, man. That would have been the icing on the cake. Here goes Gambit with the harnesses, fighting with Elektra. Big explosions in the final scene. A little somber ending. Cassandra Nova with Wolverine. Put the Juggernaut helmet on her. Great scene here too. Big wide shot, right? There you go, the escape from the void. Jumping out of that big Ant-Man skull, landing at the dealership. And then we're going to be leading up to the big finale, the Deadpool core. So here's where they show up. Here's Dogpool. Hugh says a little something about Dogpool, I think, coming up here shortly. That she was a good girl. Talking about this big, elaborate final act shot. Here's the only other Nice Pool stuff. And they do talk about Nice Pool, and they talk about how has a noble sacrifice ever been more hilarious or more unintended than that of Nice Pool? Cast and crew agree it's comedy gold worthy of his gold-plated 50 caliber Desert Eagle pistoleros, and then using him as the human shield to get across. So yeah, I don't know, the whole drama between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, I don't think they're going to get any morsels out of this book. Here's Hugh with Dogpool. Oh, Peggy is the dog's name. She's a good girl, and Wolverine definitely grew a heart for her as he gives him the finger walking by. All right, so then we have the Deadpool core. Behind the scenes here with the Nice Pool human shield. And then you have Wolverine finally with the mask. After all these years, after this entire movie, he finally dons the mask. Here's Blake Lively as Lady Deadpool next to her husband, Ryan. All the Deadpool core, Kidpool, Headpool. Well, we'll see Headpool. It's like a guy in a blue suit holding it up. Yeah, but Hugh says putting on that cowl was the icing on the cake. I had chills. I loved it. Although I realized I wasn't going to be able to see very well. Basically, you could only look forward, so those fight scenes were tough to shoot because I was limited in my range of eyesight. Don't get me wrong, though. I am not complaining. It was one of the greatest moments of my life, playing Wolverine with the mask on. Definitely long overdue. I think they did the mask justice. They showed that you can do that in the movies. Yeah, see, here goes Headpool with the blue suit guy. Blake Lively again. The Western Deadpool, the Samurai Deadpool. The whole Deadpool core. Nice black and white scene showing what the camera's seeing. Goes Sean, Hugh, and Blake. Just showing more like catching them filming this scene from the top of a building. This was a different photographer. This is Kevin Baker. Second unit photography from the UK. Great shot of Wolverine pushing through. Holding this guy up with those muscles flexing. That's all Hugh, baby. There's more of that scene. Behind the scenes, getting some direction. You see all the blue screen in the back. They just create these sets, man. It looks like real cities. Yep, on the big city bus. It's like an album cover shot, man. It's like a Wu-Tang cover. Deadpool and Wolverine on the bus. Another nice group shot here at the end. With all the Deadpools. Wolverine and Deadpool in full costume. Battle damaged. And then, of course, Peter, Rob Delaney, comes through on the bike with his safety helmet. Everybody loves Peter. The Deadpool core follows Peter's move. I like this. Rob Delaney's always been an inspiration. When we brought him into Deadpool 2 as Peter, he just embodied that sort of everyman. But Rob himself is actually incredibly subversive and dark. He just presents as this absolutely wholesome next-door neighbor. That's funny. It's kind of like a Bob Saget thing, right? All right, wrapping up the final shots in this scene, the last big fight scene. More Deadpool core. Seems like it was a fun day on set. I remember watching the movie wondering, are those really Hugh's arms or are those CGI'd? That's all Hugh, man. And then the sacrifice. I'm going to sacrifice myself. No, you're going to sacrifice yourself. Oh, Rob Delaney, here, he's talking here. Look at the smile on Ryan's face. And then here's like a little shawarma scene, right? End of the movie, everybody's chilling, eating burritos and such. Blind Al. You gotta love Blind Al. With Dogpool, Peggy. Then more of the X-Force crew, I guess if you will. Vanessa and all them. More candid shots. You gotta remember, this is while this is being filmed, and he's just catching these stills. Look at this shot. Peggy licking Ryan's face. That's funny, man. All right, so here are the biographies on all the contributors, and then the photographer credits. So you had Guy Aroch, Kevin Baker, Kevin Estrada, Jay Maidment was the main guy, and Sophia Travaglia. Nice big group picture at the end, dedicating this book to Raymond Chan, the set designer who passed away. And then ending with the two masks, Wolverine and Deadpool. All right, y'all. So that was Deadpool and Wolverine Exposed. Came in here looking for some tea, looking for some spice. Didn't really find any, but I did really enjoy the book. And again, seeing the actors from a movie that I thoroughly enjoyed, characters that I love, really just smiling, enjoying themselves, having a great time. And it was a good flip through, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know, is this something you're going to pick up? Do you collect those Marvel art books? Are you going to maybe jump into this one, first of its kind? The photos on set. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Stay minty fresh. And make sure to download Encore and enter this giveaway. Peace.